at least is unscathed.
To an unknown destiny. How whimsical. Onward then.
The spirit doesn't speak, but instead stretches his arm backward, an unseen weapon clasped in his ghostly fist, and moves to strike. The lizard is not of flesh, yet you are sure you feel the edge of a blade as it sinks into your chest. In an instant, you are no longer you, but him, crouched low and concealed in shadow. Panic shouts ring through the air, but you must not allow yourself to be distracted. Your eyes remain on your quarry, a female lizard, scales burning red, clad in opulent garb. You remain 20 silent steps behind her as she flees into the consulate garden, where a shimmering portal of opal and pearl illuminates the pool beneath. Finally, the opportunity has come. She is as good as dead. You flit into a cluster of tall shrubs and ready your dagger. But she has already stepped through the portal, leaving you alone in this unlikely oasis. You step out of cover and reach to the portal. What awaits beyond it? Alas, you will never know. Nor will you know whose sword it was that plunged into your back in that moment. It isn't the blade's pain that hurts most, but the pain of the failed assassination that most disturbs you as you slip into darkness. And the pain is gone. You are you again. The spirit drops his arm to his side, dejected.
What's this? I found something.
Heavy bone jaws emerge from the heart of this breastplate. Looking into the open mouth is dizzying. Ash and a warm red mist surround you. A memory flashes, and you're far from home. The city has no lizard architecture save the building in front of you. Seeing a piece of your heritage is grounding. That longing re-emerges with twice the strength. You need that beam of hope, an anchor to home. As the feeling dissipates, a cold sensation slips down your spine. Something otherworldly lingers behind you.
The ritual is over. This must be the Devourer's will. Join us all together. Join the armor together. Then my master will lead you to your true ascension, champion.
The dwarf smiles, at ease despite his imprisonment.
Need some chatter to pass the time, friend?
A lizard in ritualistic garb.
In Eternity's dream, I have seen you time and again. Time stands still in this moment. Yet my dreams speak of horrors too. Dragon's teeth, the roar of fire. They destroy any lizards who seek refuge. There is a place of safety in the city. A single facet of the ancient empire, yet far from its majesty. I must see it for myself. Take me to the place that consumes my dreams. Then the truth will become clear.
Sadness grips you at the sight of the ruined lizard consulate. So much has been lost. The sky burns red, and ash falls at your feet. Ruin calls to ruin.
Her people were severed in twain. No matter her visions, a dream of peace would never come true.
You hear a deep rumble of amusement. The invisible force turns you this way and that, like you're a toy in its hands. With the push of raw willpower, you deny that force. It has no hold on you, and never will.
I am the Devourer. I cannot be defied. Speak to the Dreamer. Ensure she brings you to me, and you shall see the true scope of my power.
The vision is banished, and your next breath is free from ash. An invisible presence awaits your attention. A lizard in heavy ritual
Ah, the fractured empire. I thank you for showing me what remains. The cruelty of my kin must be undone to honor its memory. That of the outlaw empress in her misguided quest to claim the Devourer's power. She wished to overcome the true emperor, and sought the dragon's bones to make armor that could channel the beast. It made her into a monster. She was already prone to brutality, but the voice of the Devourer bid her to rip soul from flesh. Now our spirits are bound to this armor. We cannot escape without your aid. This cannot continue. The Devourer seeks to ascend by claiming a champion who will feast on the ones bound to this set. I beg of you, with utmost humility, you must prevent his rise. No matter the cost. That shall not be an easy task. Confronting the Devourer could claim your life.
The fanatic hisses in disdain, but the dreamer ignores him completely.
The dragon's dream sleeps within the armor. I can lead you to this dream to destroy the Devourer's essence, but until he dies, you will be locked in the Hall of Echoes. I am not strong enough to free you alone.
The other spirits watch you, wary and unable to hide their interest.
Will you confront the Devourer and set us free? You must be sure. The Devourer rules his dream, and will trap us there until he is defeated.
Do not listen to her. She is a coward and a traitor, turning you away from your true path.
The fanatic seeks only to corrupt you. Were it not for his wicked devotion, the Devourer's power would never have spread. I will open the passage to the dragon's dream. But the fight is yours to win. Have no fear. I will shepherd us all to the dream, so you do not face the beast alone.
Does that mean this nightmare will end? Rufus, we might be free!
Aye. I heard her. And I second the dreamer. We'll be right with you to take down that dragon.
The dreamer's chant lulls you into a calm haze as the world fades into the Hall of Echoes. The Hall of Echoes manifests as a crude stone arena. With an impact like an earthquake, the Devourer descends. The dragon's bulky skull has empty eye sockets, but you can still feel the weight of the Devourer's gaze, trying to force you to kneel.
What shape do your ambitions take now? Have you come to claim the true power of the armor, my pristine essence?
Every spirit bound to the armor appears, the dreamer first among them. She turns to you, alert and aglow.
This is your chance to free us. Do not bow to the great deceiver.
The Devourer's presence honors us. I humbly walk in your shadow, mighty dragon.
The dragon snarls at the interruption. His claws swipe through stone like it's parchment.
No,
She told me this day would come, but I prayed that it wouldn't.
He's been sleeping here for centuries, hasn't he? This is what the Empress really wanted to dig up.
Will you sacrifice the power you deserve to save these fractured spirits? They are mere fuel. Devour them and ascend.
The hollows of the Devourer's eyes glow. It's a starving, scouring light, pulling you in and refusing to let go. Once, you had no match in Riverland's skies. You ruled over your lessers until age ravaged you into obscurity. Your bones were lost for eons. Then, mortal miners unearthed you, and a mad artisan forged your remains into armor. The armor anchored your spirit. You channeled your power into the Lizard Empress, but she was cut down. Now you need a new champion, one that will set the world ablaze. The ethereal world around you trembles as the Devourer roars. He stares down at you with searing, seething hatred.
You would waste my gift? I will rip you asunder, then strip my armor from your undeserving corpse. You will bow to me. Every vision that ensnared you, let my claws sink deep into your soul. To betray me shall cost you everything.
I will serve you, my master. All those who blaspheme shall be punished by my...
The beast makes threats because he fears the end to come. You have chosen the brighter path.
The dreamer chants in a swift, ancient cadence. Ethereal shackles burst from the void around you, seizing the Devourer.
You ain't getting out of these, beastie! Come on now, friend. Strike that pile of bones down.
Nightmare after... Oh, when will this torment be over?
Reveal yourself.
Fight on without me. The Devourer's victory spells doom for us all.
Thousand years of toil come down to this.
Can you taste the ash on the air? My legacy is reborn.
Right where I want you.
Strange. To walk a dream within a nightmare. Yet every spirit bound to the Devourer is now free.
The dreamer bows, low and lingering with respect.
I shall draw you back to the waking world as soon as you are ready. You will wake in peace. I thank you, for we shall not meet again. The gods may now claim these fallen souls. Farewell.
I've spotted something.
You see billows of golden sand stretching beyond the walls and worlds that roll across the portal's surface. It isn't clear if the portal allows return travel, but you're inclined to doubt it. The Red Prince cocks his head, then peers into the portal more closely. You follow suit, and notice a spot of red beyond the sandy swirls that you missed before.
I see destiny. We must enter. There's no time to waste. I've heard of such portals. They're rare creations of the House of Dreams, leading to planes where dreams manifest as reality. After you. Horror sleep. There must be dreamers close by. Be careful. Death here is death in real life, too.
Good evening, my prince. I trust you sleep well? She is not your truth. Your deep-down truth. Your terrible, inescapable, deep-down truth. She is a lie. She is a terrible lie. You are here for the truth. You're not going to like it. Your greatest fear come true. That you are not enough. No, you are not enough! You are not enough. You were never enough. You will never be enough. Come face the truth. Come face up to your lies. You are not enough!
The glass in the mirrors shimmers and tears. Reality shifts. Apparitions take shape, and they seem familiar.
You are not enough. You were never enough.
I need aid!
Oh, Malady. I can't say I haven't considered this before.
You are not enough. You are never enough.
I'm ready! Prepare yourself!
You are not chosen!
just found a way out.
When you wake, you will be dead!
To the banners of the House of War. Ramos even haunts my nightmares, it seems. Unless the nightmare is his.
An elegant and imposing lizard appears within the haze before you. Ignoring you completely, he bustles past you to the Red Prince, genuflecting before him on one knee.
Red Prince, spouse of the sun, Anan Nerhet. I, your servant, Bramos. I was keeping the portal at the consulate open for you, but...
Catching himself mid-speech, he suddenly turns to glower at you, beady eyes bright with hostility.
Perhaps we could speak somewhere more private, my lord.
She's right. She stands with me no matter what.
Bramos narrows his eyes at you before turning back to speak to the Red Prince.
Very well, my lord. There have been so many obstacles. The House of Shadows, agents of the God King, and other trifles beneath your royal ears to suffer. But none of that bears thinking of now. For all that matters, your highness, is this. You are here, and the Red Princess awaits you.
The princess? Where is she? Out with it, man!
In the center of the dream, your majesty.
In the sunset eye of the dragon, agents of the God King seek her relentlessly. There is no hiding place safe enough for her in the material realm. Only in the dream can she rest.
Lead me to her, Bramos. Show me the way. To see her is the only time that matters.
My lord, you will not let this commoner tell you how to proceed with your very destiny, will you?
I will not.
Bramos clutches the Red Prince by the arm and pulls him away from you. He reaches out and hands the Red Prince something small and shiny. A key.
Majesty, she awaits you.
This feels like home.
An oasis of horror in a desert of, well, also of horror.
My prince, with your every step towards me, my heart beats more happily. Come and look at the fruit of our union. A dragon, as yet unhatched. And there are more eggs lying upon velvet cushions in my tent. Dragons to be. Yet all too vulnerable as they lie dormant in their shells. What is yet unborn will one day spawn an empire. We must protect them, my love.
The House of Shadows cannot touch you here, Satyr. Protect them from who?
The God King.
The God King? But why?
It seems inconceivable to me now. But in my blackest hour, I turned to him for guidance. You must know, my prince, I was desperate. The House of Shadows closed in around me, determined to kill me before I could become the mother of dragons. Then there was a voice. Promises of protection and power in Kingdom Come. I became sworn to the God King. But when I saw his followers, the vilest creatures one could conceive, I realized how poisoned his gifts would be. I did the only thing I could do. I appealed to our old champions of the House of Dreams and fled here, into a world untouchable by our foes. But I cannot stay here forever. Our children must return to Rivellon and fulfill their destinies. However, as long as I am sworn, as long as the God King lives, this is impossible. The burden falls on you, my love. Only you can save us. And where else would you have had me turn? Each path led to my sure end. This was the only one in which I could see any future at all for the ancient empire. I regret succumbing to his gilded lies. But I know my prince can rise up and rip away his grip on our world. He can still free Rivellon. He can still free me. Wisely done.
The Red Prince nods his thanks to you.
There's only one course of action left open to us. I must face the God King and kill him myself.
My prince, your children will help you. Here, take one of the eggs and engulf it with fire. Do so, and your child will be born, ready even now to fight by your side. With a single breath, you'll usher in a new age, a new creed before which all must bow, a dawn of flame.
Satyr, the child will be a dragon, yes, but to expose it to such danger, I'm just not quite certain this would be the right course of action. Very well. My child will skip the cradle for combat. I wouldn't have it any other way, really.
The God King must burn! Under your joint command, let my offspring be the all-consuming fire. I agree. You and she have long been on the road. I suppose you trust one another. The God King must burn. So under your joint command, let our child be the all-consuming fire. Now go, and take this ring with you. It is the ancient circle of suns. By this ring, I make thee one with fire. And one day, by this ring, I'll be wed. One more battle, my prince. Then we will return to our empire as king and queen. Our children will flourish, and the world will be theirs. Our marriage will unite the houses of war and law into the House of Dragons. That is how it will be. The prophecy will be complete.
They embrace, lips hot upon lips.
Yonder portal will take you back to Rivellon, where the God King awaits. Good luck, my prince. I love you.
And I love you.
The egg nestles in the glowing fire. It's hot, too hot to touch.
The egg is ready. Douse it in fire and birth a dragon.
The egg nestles in the glowing fire. The dragon child inside the egg begins to stir. The egg begins to tremble. The shell begins to crack.
Douse it in fire and birth.
The shell cracks open. A small dragon's head becomes visible. It looks at the world around it and roars, flame bursting from its mouth. Though but moments born, you can already feel the terrible power of this creature.
Look at it. Isn't it magnificent? A tiny titan, ready to burst forth with unstoppable force.
The dragon hears its mother's voice and roars again. Spreading its wings, all of the shell gives way. It has happened. For the first time in millennia, a great red dragon is born. You approach the dragon and take it in your arms.
Yes. Go with your father, my darling. Make me proud.
The dragon nuzzles you with its snout, happy in its father's arms. A bright red flame surrounds you both, but does no harm. It is the magic that binds you to the dragon.
Your soul has bonded with your child's, my love. Call for it, and it will join you in battle.
Off the dragon soars, ready to heed your call.
After all this time, the prophecy has come to pass. I am the father of dragons. How glorious, my child.
Yes? Congratulate me, for take my word for it that I will treat my offspring with care. My children. I will teach them to be wise. I will teach them to be prudent. I will tame their flames. But my empire, that will be eternal. For with red dragons in the sky, it shall be untouchable. Let our allies rejoice, and our foes tremble. From now on, one has the choice to bask in our suns, or by their fire be undone.
May my child reduce your foes to ashes.
We can see
The consulate garden is easily glimpsed from...
Well, that was fun. But alas, all good things come to their end. Time to get out of here. Yes? Is it an audience you desire? The powers of the Seven lie hidden...
Xalstissa, the lizard god. The artist has certainly captured her arrogance.
The spirit howls in excruciating agony, trapped in the moment of her death. The Voidwoken are attacking, the Dreamers are escaping, and she is burning alive. Your touch draws her out of the endless pain. The Voidwoken are gone. The Dreamers have escaped through the pond, and although she still trembles, a new look has appeared in her eyes. Hope. She embraces you in gratitude, sobbing in relief. As the tears flow, her spirit dissolves in your arms, and she leaves for the Hall of Echoes.
You were in there for a while. If you saw anything interesting, my colleague will want to know.
I didn't think it'd be possible to make it into the consulate, but you've proven me wrong.
He looks at you in surprise, passing his eyes quickly over you.
Void reverence, my gods, and I thought I'd seen it all.
He stands back from you slightly, but opens his pack and rummages around inside.
You'll put this to good use, I think. Thank you for your help, truly. I'm sorry we had to rely on an outsider, but I'm grateful for your help.
I'm happy to report that the consulate now...
We have hope.
We'll wait until the House of Wars hears about this.
The consulate's little more than ashes. But
weak faith enables tragedies such as these. Safeguard.
Fool! The more you resist, the more we crave your blood.
is mine.
I need aid!
Don't worry, Chief. I'm on high alert.
Praise be to...
Real antiques at realistic prices.
The man and the elf keep their voices to a discreet level, but it's impossible to miss the tension between them. They're arguing.
What more to convince you? More Voidwoken? A plague? An earthquake? Arx is doomed. Our future is elsewhere.
Pharaoh, come on. Where's this elsewhere that's better than Arx? This is the greatest city in the world. I'll leave it over my dead body.
Exactly. Your dead body. My dead body. This place is dead. We can be together anywhere.
They fall into a sullen silence, neither of them willing to give in.
I know quality when I see it, and I got real lucky when the Voidwoken attacked. They didn't go anywhere near the Chem estate. I know some people that lost everything. Some, maybe, but most of us are here to trade with Chem. He's tough to nail down. Luckily, our appraiser Kat's already made her way into the estate. The Chem's lost nothing in the attack, so Kat'll try to convince them to share a little. She's our leader, and a damn fine appraiser too. Meet her inside and she might even trade with you. Hope you like what you see.
We can be happy elsewhere. We shouldn't take the risk. We can be happy elsewhere.
The man in front of you is clad in a ragtag assortment of garb. He looks up from repairing a battered instrument to smile and nod at you, one traveller to another.
Ho there, fellow traveller. Luronta. Looking for some cheer to lighten the mood of this grim city?
Yes, Callisti, I did indeed.
Such a beautiful place. Such beautiful folk. It makes me sad the children of today could never see it. Well, Rava, at some point long ago, I decided poetry had but two purposes: to quicken the people's rivers of tears, or to stave them. Look around you. You'll find fear and longing and desperation. What good is a bard's solemnity in a city besieged by void and divided by war? My privilege and my duty is to remind the people of Arx that there's blue sky and shimmering sun beyond the clouds. Of course, and glad to. My words shall lift your spirits, make no mistake. But I need to pay my way, so I'd ask for a little gold, if you have it to spare. What do you say, Rava?
The poet tips his floppy hat to you as he counts the coin you handed over.
Now, what poem would you care to hear? An old classic or an original verse? Take a seat, Rava. Make yourself at home. Give me a moment to clear my throat. And listen.
My friend here has taste.
I've walked this
Care to trade, friend?
What a wonderful zone.
From Forest's Fair
I
to
like your
city's
loot. Can I sell you a real one?
And in each place I've come to find, my surest friend is my own mind. From my home in Alaroth, I packed my life up in a cloth.
Antiques and
I set my course
Care to trade,
and here I am to tip my cap. Patience, my friend.